That moment when you make a declaration to be more loving. You're going to become more loving. You're going to do more good. You're going to do more love. You're going to invite more love in. You're going to try and walk this path of love. What could go wrong? Well, my friends, brace yourself, buckle in, because a lot can potentially go what we could perceive as wrong. When we make that kind of declaration, we have to be very aware about what will come up from the unconscious when we make that declaration. Because when we make that declaration to become more loving, in a really profound way, we're going to beckon out of the unconscious everything that is the opposite of that needs to be healed. That's why, my friends, when you do that, one of the first things that may happen, you may go plonk straight into a negative environment. You may have a relationship that comes in to totally test where you're at. It might bring in a multitude of expression, what would appear to be its opposite, and you'll be left dazed, confused, scratching your head, thinking, why has this happened to me? So we've got to catch that narrative straight away. We've got to catch that and be like, boom, I called this in. It's really important that we respect the unconscious. The unconscious is the unseen, the untangible space. That's, well, part of it. And it's everything from the unconscious that comes up that we would potentially not call it. We would consciously not want what's going on. We wouldn't consciously call in that person. We wouldn't consciously bring in that situation. That's why we have to respect the unconscious, because it's the unconscious which brings up all the stuff that we wouldn't essentially want. And when you make a declaration to become more loving, which is essentially what we're all on, we're on this path of taking initiation of love. Florence Scovel Shinn, that's one of a quote from her, and she's spot on. We're all taking our own unique footsteps when it comes to the understanding of love, and to know these blind spots is really, really beneficial. And that's why I want to talk about this right now, because we get lured into this false sense of love and light, and all of that's so cool. It's like, oh my God, you want to bathe in that? That's fine. But we've got to be aware that there will be its opposite within our unconscious, because if you're here watching this now, you're here listening to me, you're here navigating through the human experience, we're vibing the same kind of stuff. Like, if we weren't, we wouldn't be here, we'd be somewhere else. But we are here right now doing this. So you got to be prepared. And that's why I love David Hawkins, because all of his work, how he unfolds and presents his material, he always talks about these blind spots and what to expect along the way. When I say expect, I'm talking about all the things that we think, damn, why is this happening? Because it helps recontextualize and creates less confusion and brings more clarity to why something is happening. So when we have this feeling of like, this is the path I'm on, I want to start making this move, I want to start understanding what love means, I want to start walking the path of more love. Once we make that, we've got to understand these blind spots that start coming in. And it's all these peoples, persons, situations, circumstances, which may feel like it's absolute opposite. Yeah. And what I've done about this, I've done about thinking our thoughts and how they bring up, we're constantly creating all the time, from the conscious to unconscious. That relationship is really kind of intimate one way or another. But we can go into a deep state of delusion thinking it's just going to be smooth runnings, mate. It's going to be, I'm in love now. I'm in the frequency of love. That's it. There's no looking back now, mate. That's, do you know what I mean? It's like, that's it. Sorted. Boom. No. When we're on this path, more often than not, people that are vibing this material, that are walking, taking these steps of this loving path, we'll probably have the most shit ever. Maybe but varying degrees of that all unfolding. So if you have all that going on, it actually means it's a very big sign that you are on the pathway of love, because there's going to be tests and challenges along the way. And those tests and challenges all come from the unconscious, suppressed aspects of ourselves, as well as the collective. We've got to remember as well, we've got to respect and honor the collective energy that's happening. We've inherited a load of stuff that's essentially not ours, but it is, because we're one. And we're collective, individual, collective. They are one anyway. I know it's okay if you're struggling to get your head around it. Don't worry about it. Me too. Woo, coming back. So it's a massive sign, my friends. The amount of discord that you're experiencing is a massive sign, because it's going to get you to dig a little bit deeper within yourself, to see the love that's within you, to then reflect it onto the discord that you're experiencing, for it to transform in front of your very eyes. That's the power of love. Cliche, I know. Cliche, I know. But it is. This is when you really start to experience the power of love, because you may be in something that's so full of discord, inharmony. Oh my God, like, what is going on? And then you'll get this, you'll start to understand that, yeah, this is the path I'm on. So I've got to dig a little bit deeper within myself, so the person in front of me can transform. And the situation can realign and be brought into harmony, however that may be unfolding for you. So distilling and evaporating those elements of delusion of like, yeah, it's going to be love, light, that's it, closing the door and all that stuff. No. But it's one of the most fulfilling journeys to take, because of the depth of what you'll go within yourself. That, my friends, is where the journey is so juicy, joyful, and rewarding. Every iota of it is just so fulfilling. And you'll discover so much about yourself that you never thought was possible. You'll start to discover that the power really is within you. That everything is within you to be discovered and then to be reflected onto the world. And you're taking your profound part of the puzzle in transforming and changing the world through your journey of love. Sending you so much love, my friends, from deep within me straight to you. Super proud of what you're doing on your journey right now, wherever that may be, however it may be unfolding right now. Just remember, all is within you right now. And with that, my friends, I'm going to say right now, I cannot wait to see you in the next video.